I'm going to show you how I ran power to the headliner area in a self-contained plug, and it's very easy, and I think you're going to like the outcome. So make sure you guys watch the whole video, as you're going to be quite pleased, and it's a very easy solution. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get power into your headliner on a Sprinter. And this is very easy, and this self-contained plug is the key. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you guys why I'm choosing this and how easy this is. Hey everybody, welcome back to Random Fix. So I got the headliner out on the Sprinter, and I'm converting this over to a camper van. So if you guys like that kind of content, consider subscribing and give the video a thumbs up if you learned something new. So while I've been getting everything together for the Sprinter, I've been thinking about a way of getting power over there, but I don't want to get a big junction box. So I've found these self-contained receptacles as far as their design. So I'm going to show you guys why I'm using this, how this will all go together, and how I'm actually wiring this. And if you're an electrician and you think I did good work in this, please let me know. And if there's any ways of improving it, please be kind in your feedback and let me know. And I am going to be adding a GFCI and other outlets before this. So this is going to be protected, and we'll cover that in a different video. Today's video is going to be about getting power into the headliner area and how to do this easily. So I got my son working on the wires. He is basically using stranded wire. Normally you cannot use stranded wire in here. So you have to use some of these special ferrules. I forgot what these are called, but anyway, this is going to give us a rigid connection, and I'm going to show you guys how I mount this. And I'm going to go and give this the royal tug to make sure everything's nice and tight, and then how it all goes together. I think you'll be surprised how easy it is, and I'll also show you where the wire is going to be running. So the first thing to do is to make sure that you expose enough wire, and you use one of these longer connectors here, as the short one will not allow you to go around the hook as that is needed. Then all you do is go ahead and put that on there. Okay, same direction. Twist the wire. Put this in place. And twist as you're going down. Okay. Get it seated. That is on there tight. It's not going anywhere. And let's take a look at this connector. So this connector, as you can see, it's very easy to figure out. Green for ground. We got the neutral right here, and we got the line wire right here, the hot. And both of these are going to be interconnected. You just want to make sure you fasten the screws. So I'm going to connect the hot and the neutral on this side, and then the ground down here, just to give myself better access into here. Yes, we are doing this on the garbage can. So here's the side covers for this. So basically this will lock everything in place. The wire is going to lock back here. And this has two holes back here, which will go ahead and attach to the headliner. And to give myself a little bit more wiggle room, I'm going to use this right here. And so basically the screw is going to go through here. And I'm going to reinforce it with some wood as well. And this is out of a simple grommet. I took the middle part out, and I'm just using the outer shell. So very easy to go ahead and figure out. Now we got to go and put this together. So the ground is the easiest one to do. As you guys can notice, it's a little bit longer. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go and wrap this around. Open up the screw a little bit and use the area as your leverage. That is behind there tight now. Okay, let's give this a nice tug. That is tight, guys. It's not going nowhere. So I'm going to now do the same on the black wire here, and also on the white wire, the neutral. Thank you, genius. So for this one, I'm going to start at the top. Open this up. And by the way, if you think my son is a nice kid and he's doing this for free, this guy's an economist. You're getting paid for this, right?
Yes, I better get my money.
So again, I'm going to use the shell to make a slight bend. Tighten up the wire a little bit. So it's much easier to go ahead and shape the wire in the direction we need it to go. So I wanted to go around this black wire and not just go straight in. So you want to use the middle one to shape it, the ground wire, and then tighten it down. So once I've got the shape going a little bit, I'm going to open it. I got that leading edge on there, and I'm just going to take my time and get the rest of it to sit like that. Now I'm going to pull back on this to get that wrap. And there it is. Now I just got to do the same on the other side. Tighten up all these screws, and I'm ready to go. Make sure every screw is tightened. These do take a little force. Now there's 4 identical button head screws like this. They're going to go in here. Again, make sure everything's nice and tight. No loose screws. This just goes in here. Make sure it's in the track. And it's going to push it down. And these are solid, guys. They're not going anywhere. And you're going into plastic, so do not over tighten these. Now I'm going to fabric tape this right here all together. Put some wire loom in the very beginning, and I'm going to leave the outer shell in place, and then we're going to slide it down here. So let's make all this happen. And these other 2 screws are for holding this to the headliner and the board. We'll do that later. Now it's time to drill. So I have to be able to account for the depth of this. So the only place it's going to fit is into that cavity there. So you want to measure from this hole 5 inches up and 8 inches back. So that's what we've done. I'm going to measure again, as I don't want a big hole in my headliner. 8 inches back is going to put us right here. And this is why we measure twice and cut 1 time. So we actually need to go about 5 inches. So 6 inches back and 5 inches high. That will be right in this area right here. This is the most amount of depth we have. So the headliner actually curves in here, and that's what I'm relying on. So let me redo my measurements and bring it back 2 inches this way. So I got my hole saw and I've measured it. It's the perfect fit. I'm going to go towards the hole 2 inches closer. Here goes nothing. Before you hit the fabric, you want to go the opposite direction. It will not chew up the fabric. We have a hole in our headliner. It's a very clean cut. This may work, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was scared at first if we destroy this thing.
So I've gone through and just made a backing out of wood, which I'm going to go and glue down and then screw into here. So I got the ring around here. I'm going to feed the wire.
Great.
This is how it all goes together. And then we're just going to go ahead and cover up these wires. The glue is going to go between the headliner and here. I'm going to just work on this a little tiny bit. This is how it all works. A piece of metal would work better, but wood is good too. And this is 1/4 inch. All right. Now I'm going to do a couple of things. I got the backing plate on. I'm going to be using these longer screws. You want to make sure that the heads are going to be flat in there. So the same contours as the ones that came with it. And I'm going to go and just glue all this around. This is going to be multi-surface glue, as I want this area to become nice and rigid. So now we went ahead and covered up the back. I use a piece of wood to go ahead and suck everything out, and then I use a couple of trim pieces to put in, and I screwed them in with 2 bolts and construction glue so it doesn't move. And on the inside, the outlet is very secure. So definitely liking the way this is looking. So here it is. It's installed nice and tight, and I ran a bunch of other wires up here so I never have to take this apart again. And the cover just goes on like that. And there are other receptacles that actually are self-contained too, like this one. And I'm maybe using this on the rest of the van. You do need a GFCI before this. And the only reason I did not go with this setup right here is because of the amount of room this takes. So I couldn't find enough of a flat surface on the side to get this mounted. And I didn't want to take any chances. So that's why I really like this little outlet right here. And again, it's really stylish and it's a very nice fit. Today's one of those beautiful days, and I appreciate you guys watching. And let me show you guys the final outcome. So don't look at all these wires. These are just in case, but the power plug is right there. It was very easy to install, and I didn't have to go and make any sort of crazy mounts, and it works, and it's not going anywhere. I'm trying to put my finger on there. I think you'll be very happy with that plug. I will leave you guys a link to the 2 self-contained plugs that I found on the market that don't require one of those blue boxes, as in most vans we don't have that space. None of these panels are this thick to allow for it, but that definitely does work, and it's a really good plug, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to see the rest of the van build in progress, check the links down below as well as at the end of the video. And if you guys are into saving money, check out the swivel seats, because I got those on the cheap, like around $100. We got the Lagoon table bracket. Thank you so much for watching, and make it a great day.